Hey everyone, welcome to another English grammar lesson. Today we're going to be covering semicolons. So semicolons are very, very simple. Here are the 3 rules you need to remember. First, semicolons break up 2 complete sentences or independent clauses, kind of like periods. Wherever you can put a period, you can probably put a semicolon, like this. The only thing to think about is that usually with a semicolon, you want to link together 2 sentences that are sort of related, like they go together. So if you have a couple sentences that are about very different things, a period might work better. Notice though, and this is rule number 2, that I did not capitalize the word after the semicolon. You should never capitalize the word after a semicolon unless it's a word that should always be capitalized, like I or a name or any proper noun really. That's the only time you should be capitalizing after a semicolon. And the third and final rule is that you cannot use semicolons with fanboys conjunctions. When you're joining 2 sentences with the fanboys conjunction, you need a comma, not a semicolon. Okay, so let's take a look at some examples and we'll see if we think the semicolons are being used correctly. Let's take a look. I've played basketball since I was 4. It's my favorite sport. Okay, what do you think? Is the semicolon correct or not? Well, let's go through our rules. Do we have 2 complete sentences here? Yes, we do. I've played basketball since I was 4 is a sentence, and it's my favorite sport is a sentence. Okay, so let's go to rule number 2, capitalization. Remember, we're only supposed to capitalize the word after a semicolon if it's a word that should always be capitalized. And it's is not one of those words. So in order to make this sentence correct, we'd actually have to make it lowercase. Let's look at this one. I like ketchup, but I'm not a fan of mustard. All right, rule number 1. Are we breaking up 2 full sentences here? Yes, we are. Rule number 2. Is the capitalization correct? Yep. But is not a proper noun, so we leave it lowercase. But wait a minute. The word but is a fanboys conjunction. And remember rule number 3. We should not be using a semicolon with a fanboys conjunction. So, to make this sentence correct, we'd actually just want to use a comma, not a semicolon. Couple more. My name is Karen, not Katie. All right, let's see what we've got with this one. And some red flags should be going up right away for most of you guys. Why? Well, because the second part of this sentence, the part after the semicolon, isn't a complete sentence. And remember, we can only use semicolons if we've got 2 complete sentences. So unfortunately, this sentence is not correct either. We would actually just do away with the semicolon and maybe throw a comma in there instead. All right, last one. Today is Tuesday, tomorrow will be Wednesday. Whew. All right, how many sentences do I have here? 2, so that checks out. What about capitalization? Looks good. Tomorrow is not a word that should always be capitalized. And finally, am I using any fanboys conjunctions when I shouldn't be? Answer is no. Sweet, we finally have a correct sentence on our hands. Cool, well, whether you came here for a refresher or just now learning this stuff for the first time, hope this video helped. Be sure to check out the free practice down in the description, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Actually, a little PS, there's technically one more way that you can use semicolons, and that's to separate items in a list where the individual items have commas in them. I don't think I could have explained that any better, actually. So if you want to know more about that, you should probably just go look that up on your own. We may cover it in a future video, but it's not first on the priorities, so we'll see. Anyway, see ya.